What the heck is going on, everybody? It is that time for another episode of Ask Hunters for Life. I have a whole bunch of questions to answer. You guys can't tell, I got rather sunburnt today. Made the brilliant decision to go fishing for 12 hours and not bring any sunscreen. So we'll have this episode of the Ask Hunters for Life show, and then a couple of pretty good bass videos to show you guys. And then we are going out of town Monday to Friday. Got to teach some group home kids how to fish and how to hopefully slay some pretty nice largemouth. So let's get right into it. First question we got is from natural_medic. What fishing line do I use for lakes? And what bait is good to use? I only got a topwater frog. Okay. And I've been using an ocean fishing pole and ocean fishing line since it's the only thing I have besides a frog. Okay. Me personally, I can't catch fish on frogs. Other people can. It just never seems to work out for me. I would recommend either going with a cheap Abu Garcia baitcaster combo or a cheap Eagle Claw combo. Some bass hooks and some Senko worms is it's a pretty tried and true method. If I'm struggling to find bass, Senko worm is the number one go-to. Next question, Dat Mystery Redneck wants to know, how did you catch the walleye in the Menominee River and when? Because my dad and I can't seem to figure it out. For those of you who don't know, Menominee River on the border of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and Wisconsin, probably one of the most unique walleye fisheries in all of the Upper Peninsula, potentially all of Michigan. But it was towards the end of March, early April, vertically jigging with anywhere, I think it was 1/2 to a 3/4 ounce jig. Yellow was a pretty good color. Yellow or purple, or yellow and purple was pretty good too. Just jigging a minnow, pounding bottom. It's hard to not know where the fish are because there's usually like anywhere from 100 to like 2,000 boats out there. So you kind of drift down the river, jig, and you should be able to find walleye. We were able to find some, so you should be all right. Next question, South Fishing wants to know, what's your favorite rod and reel combo to use? Probably my Abu Garcia Black Max, and I think it's like an Pro Advantage rod or something like that. It was like $9 at Walmart, and I love the combo so much I had to go out and buy another one. So definitely, it's only like a $50 combo, and it's pretty decent. Another one from our buddy CC Gaming. He wants to know, what is your favorite swim bait / jerk bait? Honestly, don't really use swim baits at all. But as far as jerk baits go, I do enjoy using some jerk baits, doing a little bit of jerking. Probably the name escapes me. I want to say they're called X-Wraps. That could potentially be inaccurate, but they're like $10 a pop, which in the world of jerkbaits isn't much, but I've tried a lot of the $5 to like $6 ones, and they just don't jerk as well. But I like the golden purchase colored black back, gold side, and like a orange belly. Works pretty darn good for bass and even walleye. Thank you for that question, brother. Okay, I lost that comment. Load. Did I click on the wrong one? No. Come on now, where'd it go? Okay. Andrew Howard wants to know, wow, this is a loaded one. What's your favorite lure for largemouth, Senko, smallmouth, Senko or Rage Craw? Walleye, minnows, probably minnows, or jerkbaits. Pike, spinners, or white flukes. Pike cannot not seem to resist white flukes. And then, do you prefer spinning rod or casting rod? Probably a bait caster, just because it is faster and it's more fun when you get backlashes. Thank you for that question, brother. Keep it up. This one is from good buddy, Full Draw 1416 Ben. Great vid, guys. Oh, what's your recommendation for braid I'm using Power Pro with frogs and swim baits, but it keeps fraying after about a week or two. Honestly, all we throw for braid is Power Pro, and I think the reason that your braid might be potentially fraying is, especially if you're using it on a bait caster, is you may or may not be throwing a little bit too light of braid. We had the same exact problem when we started using bait casters. I started with 10, and you get a couple of casts. The next thing you know, your lure would be going with like 30 foot of line still attached to it. Went up to 15, same problem. I found a happy medium right around the 30-pound Power Pro. You can get the silk. It is a little bit smoother, but it's more money, so I usually just go with the regular Power Pro they have at Walmart, especially since Gander Mountain just went out of business. Thank you for that question, brother. And also, he just won our giveaway, and he's a veteran, so thank you for your support, brother. Cody Fellinger wants to know, what can you do to catch fish fast or for the first time? That's an interesting question. Honestly, just fish more. Everybody, is like, oh, you catch a lot of fish, Scott. You guys catch some nice fish, and honestly, it's just because we put in an astronomical amount of time to catch the few fish that we do. Sometimes we catch them fast. Sometimes it takes us 12 hours to catch 12 fish, like it was today. But honestly, just get out there and fish, and you'll catch more fish. Okay, Todd Magoon wants to know, what's the best bass bait to use in ponds? And can you shout out my new fishing Instagram? It is mid, MID _ MO _ fishing. Check them out. Dude's pretty cool. Catch some nice fish. As far as ponds go, we don't really get the opportunity to fish too many ponds up here in the Upper Peninsula, because most of the time in the 9 months of winter we get all the ponds freeze completely to the bottom and all the fish freeze. But as far as ponds go, typically, they're more weedy, or maybe some lily pads or things of that nature. So you guys could probably never guess. I'm gonna recommend a Texas rigged Senko. Go be your baby bass color, rainbow trout if you're feeling frisky, with a 1/2 ounce to a 3/4 ounce sinker pegged above the hook. Unbeatable for any water, pond or lake or river or anything with water. Thank you for that question, brother. Our buddy M. Cozy wants to know, who is that handsome guy that drives the blue truck around, and what does he do? If you guys didn't know, M. Cozy is also Marquette Adventures. Check out his channel. The link is down in the description. And the guy that drives that blue Ford, what he does is dumps my boat off the trailer when we go fishing in the winter. So if you guys want to check out a hilarious video, check out our how not to launch a boat video. It's like 13 seconds, and unfortunately, it's our most viewed video. Hopefully, that'll change soon. Thank you for that question, brother. Okay, this question is from Trevor Cease. Trevor Cease. Sorry, brother, if I butchered your name. He goes, line question. What line do you prefer, braid or mono? Also, what color in dark or clear water? I don't ever fish with mono. I think 95% of my 95% of my rods have braid on them. Power Pro, anywhere from 10 to 50 pound. I have one, my wacky rod for skipping under docks has a 10 pound fluorocarbon. As far as color for dark and clear lakes, I don't really have a preference. It doesn't seem to make too much of a difference. Typically, if it's super clear water or I'm jigging for walleye, I'll do braid and go to a fluorocarbon leader. If you're getting real frisky, it's just more knots you gotta tie. Thank you for that question, brother. Okay, everybody, that is all the questions we have for episode 13. Episode 13 of the Ask Hunters for Life show. If you guys want us to keep answering questions, just keep asking them. Drop a question in the comment box, and when we get anywhere from like 8 to 12 questions piling up in the comment box, we will make another episode. Going to be out of town, out of cell phone service for a few days, but I'm going back to the land of the giant chatterbait largemouth, and I have a few more tricks up my sleeve for this one. So hopefully the 21 to 22.5 inches we were getting last year are even bigger, and maybe 27 to 29 inches. got to be optimistic. But anywho, guys, thank you so much for the questions. Thank you so much for the support. As always, it's your boy Scott Evans, and happy adventures. At Hunters for Life, it is our mission to make the great outdoors accessible to anyone and everyone, regardless of age, limitation, or disability, one partner at a time. Our great partners include Threads and Ink, Huron Mountain Rod Company, made right here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Mud Buddy Motors, based out of Utah, our good friend Nick over at Superior Outfitters, also a dealer for Huron Mountain Rods, Brian McCarter with Nemesis Baits, White Dreamers, custom pike and muskie baits, based out of Chicago, shipped worldwide. And last but not least, our good buddy Adam Carpenter, host of the one and only Outdoor Show. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy adventures.